Life isn't always fair. There are things you long to change but can't, a past steeped in regret, a loss that can't be undone, or circumstances beyond your grasp. In those moments, you feel powerless, even trapped. But what if I told you there's a way not just to accept these things, but to thrive because of them? That's the power of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy from Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus that turns limitations into doorways to freedom. Today, you'll see that what you can't change isn't a burden, it's a chance to shine. Imagine standing before a towering wall, too high to climb, too solid to break. That's what the unchangeable things in life feel like. Time that slipped away, words you can't take back, decisions set in stone. The Stoics believed that instead of banging your head against that wall, you can learn to walk alongside it, even build a beautiful life right there. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What can't be changed is fate, and we can love our fate." What does that mean? You don't have to fight your past or your circumstances. Just embrace them and live better from there. Here's the inspiring truth. You're stronger than you realize. Seneca, exiled to a desolate island, didn't let isolation destroy him. He said life is like a wave. You can't stop it from coming, but you can learn to ride it. You can do that too. Think of something in your life you can't change, an old mistake, a relationship that's ended, a chance that's gone. Now ask, can I live better because of this? The answer is yes, and Stoicism will show you how. Picture Epictetus one evening, still a slave. He had no physical freedom, no way to rewrite his captive fate, but he refused to let it define him. One day, scolded by his master for a task done poorly, he just smiled and thought, "This is my situation, and I'll do my best within it." He turned limits into strength by focusing on what he could control, his attitude, his thoughts, his character. You face chains in modern life too, a job that's not ideal, imperfect health, others' expectations. But like Epictetus, you get to choose. Let them drag you down, or use them as a launchpad to rise. What makes his story so powerful? It's how he turned helplessness into inner freedom. He couldn't change his outer world, but he transformed his inner one. You can too. Next time you face something unchangeable, a rainy day ruining plans or criticism you can't erase, tell yourself, I can't fix this, but I can change how I live with it. Do that, and life stops feeling like a weight. It becomes a journey worth taking. Now think of Marcus Aurelius, the emperor facing war, plague, and the deaths of loved ones. One late night in a military camp, he wrote, "You don't need to control everything, just your own mind." He knew he couldn't stop battles or save everyone, but he could hold steady amid the chaos. In our 21st century, you face your own unchangeables, an economic slump, a broken relationship, declining health. But you can take a page from Marcus. Instead of resenting, focus on what you still hold: patience, kindness, your will. Here's a moment to pause and reflect. What you can't change isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. Seneca practiced something called loving fate. He'd imagine losing everything, wealth, family, even life, to remind himself he could still be happy with what remained. Try it today. Pick one thing you can't change and find one good it's brought you. Maybe a failure taught you resilience, or a loss made you cherish what's left. See it this way, and life isn't against you, it's shaping you. So how do you live better with the unchangeable? First, accept it with courage. The Stoics didn't dodge reality, they faced it. If you can't change your health, don't waste energy on bitterness. Find ways to thrive within it, like a gentle walk or savoring small joys. Acceptance isn't giving up, it's reclaiming power to move forward. Next, focus on what you can do. Stoicism teaches that no matter the situation, you always control your actions and attitude. Can't rewrite the past? Let it fuel today's steps. If a project once failed, don't drown in regret. Start something new, even if it's tiny. Each small move is a victory, building a life with meaning. Finally, find joy in the limits themselves. Marcus Aurelius said, "Happiness doesn't come from having it all, but from living fully with what you've got." Next time you face something unchangeable, a rainy day or an old mistake, give yourself a moment of peace. Sip tea, breathe deep, and know you're still standing. You don't need to change the world, just how you live in it. Stoicism doesn't promise a trouble-free life, but it hands you tools to rise above challenges. Start today. Pick one thing you can't change, embrace it, and turn it into strength. You will see life isn't what happens to you, it's how you make it your own.